So hello everybody again. Yeah, I have some scumbag footage for you. Some mediocre gameplay in a scumbag. Sky pig. Whatever you want to call them. Artillery. And I've played quite a bit of artillery because when I've mentioned before, I used to play on a laptop and I didn't get many frames per second, so the only tanks I could play fairly well was artillery because it gave me a few more frames per second. So I've played quite a few artillery games. I'm still not very good at them, but we have one here for you in the Tier 7 British Crusader SP. Comes after the brilliant FV304. I have the Top Gun. This is fully upgraded, this tank. But let's speed it up until we actually get into position. So hide in this little hole here. Now I do use a the artillery mod now because I was getting shut down so easily by other artillery players, and I was like, why is this happening? And basically everyone I spoke to used the artillery mod, and so you're going to see what it does in a moment. Instead of this view, which can be a bit difficult, you actually get more of a perspective view. And here we can see quite a few people. So I was trying to do my mission, damage these 2 enemy vehicles with a single shot. So I was trying to do this. And we also have a fairly good chance to win if you believe statistics. They're not always the best. However, I noticed on the enemy team, they have these 2 players here. These 2 FV304s, which I know can be a very annoying little tank destroyer because they can just put shot after shot after shot in you no matter where you seem to be. So I was worried about them. Also, they have quite a good smurf up here, reroll account, or just for someone who's very lucky. So there's that to keep in order. So I see there's this T29, so I'm aiming, fire, move because I'm worried about those FV304s, so I don't know if I hit him. I knock the fence down to make them think I'm going closer to if they're watching. This all depends whether they're actually trying to counter battery. So I don't know if I hit him or not. Oop. But notice there's this KV3 who just got set on fire, so I try and aim at his engine deck as well. So he's still sitting there, and 509 damage. This artillery doesn't have the best penetration. It's only got 70 penetration, 900 damage, but still 500. And it doesn't have a great splash radius. What is it, 3 meters? If it wants to work, 3 meters, yeah. I don't ever use the premium rounds on this because I don't see the point. But 500 damage, not a bad way to start. Let's see AMX M445. It's pretty... In my mind I was like, that's a pretty weak heavy tank. Maybe I can try and get a decent damage roll on him. I see another T29 sort of sideways onto an artillery. He just got tracked, so yeah, another 320 damage. Don't often get more than 300 odd damage in this artillery because it doesn't have a very big gun, I don't think. Well, I've forgotten what's the rounds. It's never seems to 130 millimeters. So I see the Oni, yeah, into his weaker side armor. Up to 1100 already, and whatever damage we did to the T29. And so those of you who play World of Warships might know that you really shouldn't sail broadside onto a battleship, in any kind of ship, in other battleships and other ships. It's just not a good idea. Same kind of goes for artillery. Yeah. And that's this mod. in action. Beforehand I might not have taken that shot because I didn't think I'd be able to see his turret quite so well because of that rock, and managed to sneak a shot over and take out that T-29. But yeah, going back to my previous point, the same can go for artillery in World of Tanks as battleships in World of Warships. If you side onto an artillery, you're probably showing your weaker armour. And here we can see I don't have the best shot on that Tiger. But yeah, if you're sideways on, it's probably not going to end well. So I see him reversing, take a punt. A bit of splash damage there, better than nothing. Don't really know what that T-29 was doing. I'm kind of YOLO'd in a little bit. And I'm getting a bit worried. Although we're winning 7-6, we still haven't spotted their good arty platoon. So I move a little bit and notice the northern flank has gone, basically. We have a couple of tank destroyers here. And so if you wonder why I'm turning around, this tank goes, or this artillery goes a lot faster backwards than it does forwards, because it's actually mounted backwards, the gun. Whatever, so I moved to get a better shot at the north, or the people, because I expect the two heavy tanks to be coming down from the north. So I moved to try and get a better angle at them. There's a Tiger coming down. Next, he's been tracked, aiming. Look at the length of time it takes to aim. Aiming, fully aimed. So, it's not hard to miss artillery shots, I don't think. A lot of people seem to think they're laser guided missiles, and, well, that shot down that guy. But a lot of the time, you can just have games where you fully aimed, and basically RNG says no, your shot will not even land in the same postcode. So now we're equal on score, however we have these really annoying little artillery to deal with, and now they're quite fast as well, so I take a punt at the Jagdpanther. And, wow. That was a bit unfair. Blind shot. He's dead. So we're up to 1700 damage, and that was with a couple of blind shots already, so probably over 2000. I'll look to see if I can get a shot on the FV304, but those things are quite small and they move quite quickly. And I noticed that there's a Tiger out in the open, so I'm like, oh, maybe I'll aim at him instead. Sideways on. Plus, if you're sideways on in a tank, it produces a much bigger target for artillery to hit. Usually. Most tanks are longer than they are wide. Notice the FV304 there, and he just starts to move as I'm aiming. So I take a shot, see if I can get him on the move. Nowhere near. And then, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I'm like, did he see me? He's definitely seen me. But I don't know what he's doing, he's not coming right at me. So I look to go past him. And now this is almost like two tank destroyers having a duel. I'm almost reloaded. Oh no. I was too cheap to have a repair kit. Otherwise I might have finished him off. But yeah, that was really, this replay was really to show why you kind of don't go side on. I wasn't, if I'd been in a slightly bigger gunned, I wouldn't have been shooting as quickly, but I might have got more damage around here, where especially the T-29 was sideways on. I might have just got more damage. Let's quickly end the replay there. So I actually remembered to take some print screens of the post-game stats. As you can see, we actually ended up doing over 3000 damage. which is quite nice. I only fired 9 shots, hit 7 of them. So this is one of the most, I think this is one of the more accurate artilleries. Got 2nd class mastery, I think that's the high caliber. I actually got a mark of excellence on my gun barrel. You go onto the team score, you can see I got 2nd, 450 base experience. I was top on damage. And yeah, this is why you just don't go sideways on, really. Obviously there's quite a bit more damage to the T-29 and I thought. Obviously Jagdpanther did quite a bit of damage too. And let's check out the last. So yeah, 9 shots, 7 hits, apparently 7 penetrations, don't believe that one. 1 splash damage, 3,233 damage. Not bad. So I damaged 7, destroyed 2, didn't travel that far. I'm getting a bit of extra for courageous resistance, for winning the medal, and so here you can see ammo doesn't cost too much, and repairing the vehicle doesn't cost too much, so I came out with just 15,000. So that kind of explains why you shouldn't go sideways onto a artillery, and just in case you needed any more evidence as to why you don't go sideways onto an artillery, I have this replay. For you. Take a quick punt there, see if I can hit that guy. Nope. See, there's 5916 just backing up slowly. But he disappears just too quickly. SU-152 backing up slowly. Oh dear. Backing up in a straight line. I was fully aimed. He's pretty slow backwards. It was never going to work out well for him. Let's just speed the replay up till I'm reloaded. So just about to be reloaded. There's that 5916 again, but I decide he's going to get into cover probably before I can get him. But then he's poking out. He pokes, but then he carries on going. But this guy doesn't, and now I know he's going to go back around the corner. Sideways onto an artillery. I think that's a paddlin. You probably know where that reference is from. And yeah, so tier 6, I know he's lower tier than me, but tier 6, full health, sideways on. Boof! Not anymore. And like I say, this artillery is not even like the scariest artillery to be hit by. So let's speed up the replay again. I'm looking to see if the 5916's come in. Doesn't. There's that SU-152 again. So he's slowly making his way sideways onto an artillery. That's a paddlin. And yeah, this video is really just to show you how being sideways onto artillery is probably not a great idea. It just increases your profile to be shot. It makes you an easier target, especially if you're going backwards, you're going slower. I actually missed the tracer there from where the artillery was, which is a bit of a new mistake, but from here on out it's just pretty much a clean operation. We swept this map pretty clean, pretty quickly. Now I wonder if I can get a shot of this steer meal, but he disappears before I can. I probably should have fired quicker than I did. Let's see if I can get a quick shot. He's a lightly armoured tank destroyer, and I finish him off with 13 hit points. That was worth it. The replay bugs here. I'm actually looking right up the top corner, but it's saying I'm looking there. But yeah, don't sit sideways onto artillery, guys. If you know, say on a map like this, you know they're either hiding here or here. A lot of the time over here. Don't sit around here sideways on, like going up and down here slowly. It's not a good idea. Hide in these buildings around there, or just hide in here where he can't get to you. Even if they're down here, hide in these buildings, hide along here. You know, stay artillery safe, you won't be crazy. So I didn't have the screenshots from this one, but it was over 1,000 damage, 3 kills. But yeah, that T-3485, sideways on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed those replays, and I shall see you next time. Sparks out.